What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hustle with Julian. Today, I'm going to be bringing to you my review of Will Roundtree's 30-day credit repair challenge, the do-it-yourself challenge. I've seen this challenge up for $50 on Black Friday. It was for sale, the whole program. I'm a big fan of Will Roundtree's. If you haven't read the book, Credit is King, you should definitely check it out. It's a great book, especially for beginners. On day 6 of the challenge, it actually asked that you make a video reviewing what you've learned. So I figured, why not just make a video and share it with my YouTube subscribers and show it to anybody who might be wondering if this course is really worth it or not. That being said, in week 1, these are my key points and takeaways. This is what I've learned. So one of the first things he talks about is mindset. In particular, he's talking about having a growth mindset. If you're not familiar with what a growth mindset is, it's basically the mindset, it's fixed or growth mindset, right? Fixed versus growth. So if you have a fixed mindset, you believe, I only have this much talent, that's the way it is, I really can't improve on that, right? If you have a growth mindset, it's I can improve no matter what level of the talent spectrum I'm on with anything it is. I can always learn and improve. And that to me is a important perspective to have. It will definitely take you a lot further than having a fixed mindset overall. Second thing he talks about is credit repair takes time. It's not an overnight process. I know there's some companies out there that promise you like 30-day results, 60-day results. And I've personally never used one, so I can't say that they don't work. But I know that credit repair does take some time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. I've been working on my credit the past year to raise it up 100 points, and it took some time, but I stayed persistent. Third thing I learned is most businesses pull Experian. Now, some people pull TransUnion, some people pull Equifax, but Experian I think does get pulled more often that I've seen. And it's one of the harder scores, in my opinion, to increase. My TransUnion and my Equifax score are over 700. They're getting pretty close to that 750 range. But with Experian, I'm still having a hard time pulling that up over 700. So Experian is a little bit harder to increase. That being said, most businesses do pull it, so I would recommend fixing that, being one of your number ones that you try to fix. Another thing is, power of credit is amazing. And when you don't realize how powerful credit can be, that's usually when people, don't take it that serious and they end up missing a payment or two or getting a collection or two. I know when I got the late payments on my report, I didn't realize how important credit was and how much of a powerful tool it can be. I mean, if you look up Navy Federal credit card approval, you'll see a lot of people getting their first credit card with Navy Federal being $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. So that's the kind of money that people need to start a business, especially if you're business minded. That's the type of money that could change your life. That's the type of money that most people try to get funding from other investors, when you could really just go out there and get a credit card, not have to sell any portion of your company, and be able to receive $20,000 plus if you have excellent credit. So the power of credit really is amazing. I would recommend to anybody who's just getting into it, definitely keep your credit in tip-top shape and really try to utilize the power of it. All right, now this last key point is going to be on the credit pie chart. This is something you can find on Credit Karma or Experian. It's pretty easy to come across, but he goes over it in his course, and he basically breaks it down into this pie chart. Or 35% of your score is your payment history on time. 30% of your score is your credit usage utilization. So if you have your cards maxed out to where they're like 90% of the total value that you're able to spend, if you have maxed out, it's going to hurt your score really bad. If you pay those all off, it will boost your score a lot. So that's one thing that people don't realize. I think they don't realize how much of a factor that actually plays into your score, but it makes a big difference. It's kind of messed up because In personal credit, when you use it and you carry a balance, you're kind of punished for it because your personal score goes down. That's why a lot of people get into business credit. One of the main reasons is because of the utilization. It doesn't usually count against you on the personal side. So if you have a $20,000 business credit card and that's, you're up to 19,000 on it, it doesn't show on your personal side. So if you do go to apply for other products, it's not going to necessarily count against you, and it's not going to shoot your personal score down a bunch either. That's another benefit of having business credit. 10% of your score is going to be your mix of credit, so different things, different types of credit, installment loans, credit card, revolving credit, things like that. 10% is going to be your new credit, so applying for new things, maybe a mortgage, stuff like that. And 15% is going to be your overall credit length. If you do have a close family member or friend that can put you as an authorized user on that account, that's something that's really easy and can get you to boost your overall length of your credit pretty quickly and even boost your score. Usually they say about 5 to 7 points for every year of additional history you're able to add on to your credit report. So if you have somebody who has a 10-year-old credit card and you are signed on as an authorized user, you can boost your score up to 50 points. So I would definitely check that out too as well if you're looking to improve your score and you have a close family member or friend that could do it. I wouldn't recommend paying for it because that's a temporary thing unless you're in a tight situation where you need to get like a low mortgage percentage or something like that. Then maybe you can make an exception, but I would usually try to ask your family member and close friends. Then the last thing is disputes. If you go to file a dispute with Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, you want to send it by certified mail. If you do fax it, he was saying to fax it at night because they're so busy during the day with faxes that it may not go through. So if you're going to fax it, you probably want to fax it at night. And that's what I learned, guys, with the Will Roundtree's Do-It-Yourself Credit Repair 30-Day Challenge in week 1. So this is week 1. And honestly, it's the beginning of the challenge, so I'm expecting beginner level education, and that's basically what it is so far. I can't say just yet that it's worth $50, but I can't say it's not because I haven't finished the course yet. So, so far so good. I would say that the book is a great resource for information, especially if you're just starting out or you're just getting into credit. I mean, the Credit is King book. I've heard a few different books, and on that book in particular, I like it because it gets down to the root knowledge of credit, and it doesn't have a lot of fluff to it, right? It's really down to the point, down to the business. So I would recommend that book if you guys do get the chance to get it. I think it's probably like $10-15 on Audible. I'll try to see if I include Audible, pay the link below, so you guys can help support the channel and also get some knowledge on credit as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hustle with Julian. I'll be back with more information and more value that I can find soon. Peace.